Hello and welcome back to the series. My name is JWI, and I've done this before, but this time I'd like to take it seriously. I'd already completed the first world when I had done it. I'd gotten all the way to 1.20, and I had a massive base, maxed out armor, and at some point I will release a video on how that went, but I ended up deleting all the footage. The reason being, it took too much space on my hard drive and I just didn't have the time to edit it and publish it. So now I'm going to do it again. Right from the beginning, from Infdev. This time, however, it's not going to be a video per version, it'll just be a cut of lots of versions in a video. So usually it'll be all of alpha maybe, most of beta, bit more beta, and then chops of releases, considering I can't put every single release in. I plan to continue this series after I've gotten to 1.21, all the way through with all the new versions for the foreseeable future, and just see how it goes and how far we can get. I hope you enjoy this journey with me. I really enjoy playing. On with the video. Hello, and we are starting now. Right, I've finally found a good seed. There have been many previous attempts before now. Lots and lots of seeds. This is not my first attempt to get an Infdev seed, let alone the whole thing, as I've previously explained, but we finally found a seed. How do we start off? Tree chopping, of course. There's going to be a lot of mining in these first versions, since I've got big plans for a house and many other things. Let's get into it. I deforest, but I always plant after I deforest, most of the time. I do want to preserve trees. It's going to be a habit I want to make over these videos, since a lot of people deforest, never replant, and then all the wood's gone. We can't get any more wood, and we're going to need a lot of wood. Crafting table, sticks, pickaxe, replant the population of cut trees, sort of just mapping out a place here for a build. I've got an idea. Time for an upgrade. Gonna grab some stone and some coal. Stone pickaxe. Now we need a furnace. We're gonna be needing a lot of shovels. Axe to make chopping trees easier. Time for some good old deforestation. And now the shoveling begins. There's not all that much to say over the shoveling other than I'm working out on clearing a space for my house. You sick of watching me shovel yet? Shovel, shovel, shovel. Taking a break from shoveling to patch up a hole with the mountains of dirt I have. It is now nighttime and we have made a lot of progress, but we're still not done. We need to replenish our tools. We're running out of materials. We need pickaxes and shovels. Working on patching dead holes. Shovels, shovels, and more shovels. Still not bored? Interesting. Luckily, there's not going to be too much left. And that is daytime. Well, we didn't finish the shoveling, but I think that that's a good place to stop. On to the next version. Our first changes will be for Alpha 1.0.1, which was the third of the secret updates, and is considered to be the first alpha, which was only retroactively changed to 1.0.1 when Notch decided that Alpha 1.0.1, then Infdev would be the first alpha. The additions in this version are notably the addition of iron doors, levers, redstone dust, redstone ore, redstone torches, stone buttons, wood pressure plates, stone pressure plates, and then the changes will be cobblestone stairs, which their inventory items are now 3D, although they're a bit weird. Oak doors textures have changed from what looks to be a weird looking door to now something that reminisces more of the actual model in game. Mushrooms can generate anywhere. Same thing for oak stairs as cobblestone stairs. Signs can now be placed on the sides of blocks and are smaller, and they're not solid. I believe they were solid blocks before this. Spawners do not drop an item when being mined. Burning furnaces now drop a regular furnace instead of a burning furnace. I'm honestly not sure how you could drop a burning furnace. And for world generation, caves can be much bigger than before, and coal or blobs vary in size, so they were all the same size before this. The next major update will be Alpha 1.0.4, which is Secret Friday 4, and it added Winter Mode, Snowfall, and 2 new blocks. It's the earliest version of Alpha to be available in the launcher, and it's one of the ones we've gone to, because we can't go to the ones in the middle because they're not in the launcher, although technically I could try and track them down. The additions are Ice, which is slippery and generates when water is exposed to sky on world generation, and Snow, which spawns on top of most blocks when exposed to snowfall and cannot be obtained yet, but it will be obtained in later versions by mining with a shovel. World generation winter maps have been added, and there's been a bunch of new splash screen additions. And we're back, Alpha 1.0.4. Now we finished that information bit, which takes me absolutely ages to edit considering my computer lags for some reason whenever I've got too many images. And you know what we're already back to do. It's the Shovelathon! Don't worry though, I'm pretty sure we finished this episode. Time to exterminate some pigs. I've had a report that there is an infestation of them. Dirt chest, this might come in handy later, so I'm just going to store it away. Even more shovels. Got some torches so I don't have to shovel in the dark. More shoveling, 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 shoveling. Lots and lots of shoveling. I know it's not very interesting and there's not a lot to comment on, however, it's going to get much more interesting. Yep, it's me. Shoveling. More shoveling. Isn't this great? We love shoveling. Oh look, a new block. We're gonna get some wood. Replanting some lost warriors. Extermination of the local wildlife. Very nice indeed. Now we're gonna have to move on to the next version, even though that wasn't very much in this version. Again, a lot of shoveling, not a lot to talk about. However, it's gonna get more interesting very quickly. Alpha 1.0.5 mainly just added snowballs and snow blocks, fixes some bugs. Snow blocks drop 6 balls when destroyed and are crafted from 9 snowballs, and snowballs can be thrown and deal no damage and can be stacked to 64 in the inventory. Alpha 1.0.5, and finally today is going to be the day where we actually stop shoveling. So, let's just have a little look around here. I see lots of saplings. I have a prediction. We're going to have at least a stack before we get out of Alpha. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Now that we're finally done with the shoveling, we can actually get on to the build. Just look at this nice, flat plain of grass. Anything could be built here. It's always great when your hard work pays off in Minecraft. Time to see what abominable house I make. Had a little bit of an incident with the dirt. I didn't remember that if you break a chest, all the stuff comes out. It's not a shulker box. So now I'm going to have to move all of my resources, giving myself a little bit more breathing room. I do want to work to the natural terrain, but I also want to make a square house. Yes, I'm very creative, and my building is excellent. Don't ask. Just gonna pick up some dirt and place some more wood. I see a sheep. That sheep's about to lose its wool. Thank you! After some healthy deforestation, we have returned with the goods. Time to continue on building with the floor. We're going to need another axe since our current one is broken, and we need more wood. I have made a new home for our dirt stacks. I suspect that they will be very, very useful in time. More deforestation, shoveling dirt and axing wood seems to be our favourite activities. We also got to replant the trees. Building, building, lots and lots of building. This floor is getting a bit boring to build. More planks, more wood, you know the deal. It's pretty much the same thing until we're done. Yes, my axe is about to break. Yes, I'm getting more. Just like with the shovels. Done some healthy deforestation and picking up the saplings so that we can replant and repeat the process. Didn't really get to finish off, but we do have a lot of wood for the next version. Let's move on. The next major version will be Alpha 1.0.6, which is Secret Friday 5, which added boats, which are horrible, cacti, and large trees. Cactus, they receive 1 damage when punching them, players do. Right-clicking or making steps on them. Right-clicking is an interesting one. Boats can be ridden by clicking on them, and they will break if they're placed on land or impact where land is made, and they're incredibly slow, as we know. World Generator, we re-added large trees. Large trees are the ones where it's not just a stem and some leaves. The stem goes up and branches out like a regular tree, but they're not as large as they were in Infdev. Snowballs now stacked to 16 instead of 8, and thrown snowballs won't disappear anymore, and items can now be seen in third person, which is kind of cool. And also, leaves now don't disappear naturally, which is the first of many times we're going to be removing and re-adding leaf decay. It's a very regular occurrence in alpha and even beta versions of the game. The next major version was Alpha 1.0.8, which added cows, milk, and leather. And because it added leather, it changes the crafting recipe for leather armor, which used to be out of wood and now it is out of leather. Milk buckets are currently unobtainable and have no function, and cows drop 0 to 2 leather upon death. Alpha 1.0.10 notably added support for multiplayer, but the next major update was Alpha 1.0.11, which is Secret Friday 6. It added menu blocks and items, and a new mob. Just reading off the wiki for that bit. Reeds, which are what are sugarcane, but were called reeds in this update, and they can be found next to beaches. Clay, generate near water bodies. Paper, crafted from 3 reeds in a row in a crafting table. Books are crafted from 3 paper in a column at the crafting table. Clay balls, 4 are dropped when a clay block is broken. Bricks can be obtained from smelting clay balls, and slime balls are dropped from the smallest slimes, however it's got no use at this point. Slimes are the new mob that were added, obviously, which splits into small slimes of death, as we know. And the changes were bookshelves are now finally giving a crafting recipe, which is the one that we've got now, making them obtainable legitimately. The texture of bricks and cactus were changed, and players held items displayed differently from third person, as well as milk being obtainable now by right-clicking a cow with a bucket, which is how we obtain it now. And we're into Alpha 1.0. Ow. Yep, I just hit myself. Alpha 1.0.11. And we are back to building the floor of the house. Yes. More block placing and breaking. Block placing and breaking. Goodness, I can't talk. Now, we've got a couple more plans today. I want to get a couple of cool little items. I don't know why I just placed gravel there. But mostly it's just going to be the same thing. Wow, look at that. More saplings. I'm almost certain now we're going to reach a stack. Oh look, a cow. These were added in this version or last version? I can't remember. I edit the bits with the recap afterwards. I only remember the famous versions. Not famous, the ones that I read up on. However, we've got some leather, and I'd like to make some leather armor if I possibly can. Yes, they were added in Alpha 1.0.11. I just checked. Look, it's me in third person, and I'm offset for some reason. Deforestation. Very nice. And replanting. So I'm not a bad person. Ooh, a cave. Dark. We need some torches. And we don't have any coal. Nice. We're just wandering around in the dark. Can't see a thing. I don't think this is gonna be for today. Bye-bye. Back to tree chopping. Nice and safe, nice and bright. Very repetitive. And now we're back to building the floor. At least we're not doing any more deforestation, but we are reaping the rewards of what we did. Oh look, more cows. Time to harvest their leather. What am I doing? That's right, you guessed it. Deforestation. A pig spawned. I took care of that. Finally found some coal so we can explore those dark areas. Doesn't seem to be anything useful so far. At least there's plenty of coal. We're going to be using quite a bit. Time to make some planks and invest it straight back into the business. This is it. floor is finished. Finally, look at that. A big fat slab of just wooden planks. Very nice indeed. Just counting how many I am, I'm going to do some pre-planning for what I want in a different world. And now that that pre-planning is done, I'm starting to build up my house. Hello, pig. I'm in a good mood, so I'll just let you get in the way. We ran out of planks, so that, you know what that means. More deforestation. Oh look, another cow. Let's get some more leather. Hopefully we can get... Yes, that's enough for leather armor. Let's make ourselves a leather cap. Very useful. Although in this version, armor is both good and bad. It doesn't matter what tier you've got, only the durability. Oh, another cow. And some more pigs. Time to exterminate them. A sword to kill these wildlife much easier. And we also need another pickaxe considering ours is not looking so great. Wooden stairs. Doesn't that icon look great? And of course, I should have remembered stairs are actually absolutely broken. And look at me mining these stairs, not knowing that, yes, they just drop a plank. And I've just wasted stairs. Great. We're just gonna have to wait and fix these in another version. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Yep, you feel pretty stupid now. Wow, look at all the cows. I'm gonna kill them all. Good thing I made a new sword. I'm also going to store my meat in here for a while. Doesn't have a name, so I'm just going to call it meat. Sun's rising, but there's still plenty of time to kill some more cows. And before the sun rises, we have a leather chest plate. Nice. Sun's rised, but I'm going to kill some more cows. Thanks for watching. That took absolutely forever to edit. Part 2 coming soon.